because maybe if I don't do much on this, but the questions are there, then the solutions. So this is all made by AI. I asked similar as what we did, and it gave me the similar questions, and it gave the answers. So it's something that you already did, but with a little bit different kind of words. So it shouldn't be too bad. And then there are also, maybe these are that if you can form an equation, well, there won't be a lot of this kind of questions in the exam, just like one, something like this. Maybe the solutions don't look perfect, all of them. If we try to put, for example, this something under, it has put it like that, like this, whatever. But you understand what it means, for sure. And then there is still one more solutions, which is for the systems of equations where you should draw the lines, where they, well, basically solve them. But this has actually solved them only with the lines. You should also solve them by hand somehow, like we did earlier, and then draw the lines. So here's the line, the intersection. Rewrite the equation, and then it has solved them this way, but you should also solve them first by hand, like we did the last lesson. Yes. Okay. So this doesn't show that kind of a solution here. It just shows the lines, but well. And do what you need to do to get ready for the exam, and then we have the exam on Friday afternoon. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
And then you can also ask me to calculate something here if you want. But now you should just start and then.
The question, I got the steps right, but I got the steps thing. I'm just.
It doesn't matter that much if you miscalculate it, if you got the steps right. So if there's some wrong number finally, that happens. Yeah.
Bad for like doing steps, but just like ignoring the number.
Yeah, I know. I do the same. It's really easy to make mistakes with the numbers, and then that's why we have all these help tools nowadays, for sure. For everything, to get everything accurately then. So that we don't calculate everything just by hand. And remember that in the exam, we will calculate them with pen and paper. What? That's easy for us. Okay. Yes. Yes. The what? The calculator. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You can bring the calculator and the technical formulas. book, you know, the one, all the equipment that we use here, like, but it does not a computer. The calculator, the technical formulas also. And then, let's calculate by pen and paper.
It's not pushing implemented.
What?
It's not pushing implemented.
Yes, there won't be anything more. Yeah, you can bring, of course, that calculator, yes. You definitely should, because you need a calculator. But you can't calculate, you know, just say for everything.
One private.
Yes.
I have to.
Yes. You need to make the intermediate steps there as well. Yeah, so that you have to write everything that you sort of thought about. Yes. What did it say about the exam then? I think I wrote it already earlier. Here. The welcome. Maybe it's. Ah, 30 points. Yes. And to pass 10. So then there is 5 exercises if it's 30 points. 5 different kind of exercises that might have A, B, C as well. But of course, it has to be formulated so that you have time, enough time. You can do it in 2 hours. It can't be like, you know. But just like this kind of sort of like simple maths that we've been doing now. And it's not like all of the exercises will be like this that form yourself equation. There will be one exercise like that as well, but then the rest something quite, you know, maybe then the right triangle. That might be a bit more difficult as well. But I have to think about it. There will be like really easy things as well. That was the solutions part. This was the questions part.
I don't remember if the.
Okay, yes. So you can just ask and I can then calculate here, or I can, you can also tell me to compare to look what you do. No. Did I share this correct thing? Yes. I have the wrong, have it in Finnish. Okay, so we start with linear equations. Solve for x. 50 minus 4x is 19 minus 7x. And this was, of course, solve for x, like you always do. X, that one. Is it easily seeable? Quite okay. Okay, so then what we want is the terms with the x on the left side and the terms with the something else on the right side. I write here first terms. And it's of course because we solve for x. If it would be some other letter, then it would be terms with that. On the left, others on the right. I don't know if my English is great again, but it's how to make your English great again is the ChatGPT. I was correcting the exercises that you have there as well. The English might not be great. Yeah, sometimes it's not. So I do here, let's write it like this, for example. I want this out, so I put +7. And then I want this out, so I'll put -50. But I don't have to do it the same time now. I just do it the same time because, okay. So I have -4x on this side, and then I have +7x, yes. Then I have 19 on this side and -15 as well. So this was the left and right, of course. Could have more of these. Here is, of course, the left, and here is the right. And then I just calculate those terms together. So 7 minus 4 might be, most probably it would be 3. And 19 minus 15 is 4. So this was solved for x. Here is the x, here's the x. Now the x's are here. And then I want to have the x alone. Second x alone. It wants to be alone, the one that you solve. So then I just divide by 3, yeah. And if I'm calculating something wrong, please tell me. So then my x is 403, and then I can also put it so that it's 1 1/3, or I can put it even as a decimal number, which I can take from here. I can put it like that as well, but this is as good answer as any. 1 1/3, or even 1.333,
Yeah.
and that's my answer.
Yeah.
And now I'm happy. And this was already, how many points did I get? If this would be, for example, the part A, then I would have, if I would have A, B, C, and it's 6 points per exercise, now I have 2 points. Yeah.
I don't know why, like, I thought that's what I should do at first, but then I didn't commit, and then I doubt myself. Yeah.
Well, for sure you will learn this kind of sort of simple solving equations in this school. It's you can't skip that, can you? Maybe with those courses where you only do everything with the Excel, which maybe tends to be the case many times nowadays. But this is also something that you have to do. If something, you have to be able to solve things by hand, if
Yeah.
so that you can also think yourself what's going on somewhere. It's not just like oops, the numbers in the Excel are weird and I can't do anything with this. And if this is only the first exam, it's not like that big deal, you don't have to be super worried about it. For sure, things will start going smoothly then. If they didn't go now, then it will. So this would be my exam then. The first would be solve for x I solved, and I got 2 points. What would be my V? Maybe another like this would be a B. Two simple ones, yeah? Okay, so which one of these would I calculate? Okay, for example, the 2C, that would be my B. 12 minus x 6. This is maybe, well, it can be easy, it doesn't matter. So there's only one x, this is super easy. Now I just have to remove the brackets first. So I would have to 12 minus x plus 6 is 9. And then to get the x alone, it's almost alone already. I just, for example, put those together. So I would have minus x plus 18 is 9. And then I want to take out the 18 because I want to have the x alone. So I have minus x is 9 minus 18. And minus x is -9. So x is 9, yeah. I would have, now I would have 2 points. Again. Does this seem difficult? No, now you already have 4 points.
And, third.
Yes, yes, that's what it said there. It's 1/3 of the points if there's 30 points. This is not bad yet. Only 6 to go. Then you're through. So maybe the C might be something a bit more challenging. Let's take something that you have to put the 3 maybe. So we have to be able to put something somewhere. I won't have to find f. It's -1, f at 0, and f at 2 when my f. And this was not a straight line. We've been with the straight lines, and now there would be something like this, but it doesn't matter. You just have to put it into the place of x. -4. Okay? So I have to first do it with -1. Well, we didn't really do the powers yet. Maybe I wouldn't put the -1 there, but whatever. 2 times -1 -4. You would need to know that this will be still -1. -2 -4 is -7. How about this? Is this difficult? So if you have to put something, you know, so now you suddenly would have a function. You just put the number there where it is, where the x is. You put a number like you do in the physics. You put some number in replacing some letter, and then you get the value, yeah? Well, here's just an x. Yeah.
When solving, for example, linear equations, you said that you need to like have every stage of the equation solved.
Well, not well. You of course you can. There has to be some steps.
Okay.
You don't have to do it exactly like I did, so that it just looks like you actually solved it, like, and not didn't take the answer, for example, from your calculator or something. Yeah. Because I think from my calculator, I could also take all the answers just to everything. Most probably, if I would be able to use it better, or maybe I'm even able to use it that way already, but I don't know all the functions, so that you are able to sort of figure it out. Okay. Okay, and that would be 2 points. More, and that would be the first exercise, and now I have 6 points.
If you look at that, so like, you know, for section 1,
Mhm.
because some of them seem really weird answers to me, but I don't know.
Section 1, okay, which one?
Well, so 1B, I've got,
So it's, you think that it didn't calculate it correctly?
I don't,
Yeah, that's also possible because it's from the AI.
I think, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So now we done the first exercise of the exam. So it will be like this, but different numbers. Okay. 6 points. Everybody's able to get 6 points now. Yeah. So I try to do the, what was the 1B? You think that there might be something that's not correct with the solution?
Oh, no, I think I've done it wrong. Is it?
You know, I don't know, because also this happens when you take something from the AI, you can never trust it completely. Usually with the powers, it makes mistakes.
Yeah.
For example, it's not able to calculate the powers. So the 1B is 3x. This one, yeah, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, minus x minus 9 is 2x minus 11. Okay, so 3x minus x plus 9. Yeah, because there is the minus sign now. I have to know that those change. Okay. 2x minus 11. And then now I need to check the terms. Well, I'll just calculate together these terms first. So I have 2x plus 9. And on the other side, I have 2x minus 11. Okay, this starts to look bad. No, why? Why does it start to look bad?
You have the 0 equals something. Like
Yeah. So now what I would do, I want to have the both of the x terms on the same side, but oops, they are the same. So I would put there minus 2x. And then they disappear. So I have 9 is 11. Is this true? No. So then I write there that no solution. This wasn't this, you know, all of this. Now I know that all of this, when there is the equal sign here.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't equal. Whatever.
I tried to, because I kept switching stuff, but I just came out of, you know, when they do it, the 2x and then take away 2x.
Yeah.
Nothing equals to
But maybe this is a bit like I won't put this kind of exercise in the exam that would have no solution, and then you have to be thinking about there that now I should solve this, but there's no solution. No. So all of the exercises will have a solution.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we know how to solve a simple equation. Maybe we also, here is no written exercises, but there will be some written exercise so that you have to somehow yourself form the equation. for example, like here it's with the something sun's elevation. You have to in the proportion and percentage, there's really a lot of these written exercises where you so I will make those so that those written exercises are connected to those topics, yes. So that you have to be able to form an equation yourself. How about an exercise like this? Write the equation of a line passing through the points. Yeah, that's a good one. The 5. This is something that we practiced.
Y2 take away Y1. H2 take away H3.
Yeah. So we have we even have now that you can the technical formulas. Now I have it. Sorry, I have it in Finnish here, but it's the same stuffs anyway. So there is this, for example, pisteiden kautta kulkeva suora in Finnish. That's the line for the equation for the straight line going through these points. Do you all have these technical formulas? Who doesn't have technical formulas? Why don't you have technical formulas? You can get it from the library as well. You should maybe it's not so much needed yet, but you should still get it, yeah? It even costs like less than 30 euros as well. So maybe you should go to the library because you can take it to any exam, I think, with you. So you always have a friend. No, you can't do it. You can't put anything there because then, like it can't be changed. You just have to. It doesn't matter if you put some marks like that so that you know which pages to use. Who is about to go to the library and borrow the technical formulas after this lesson? I think it can help you because it's not like I'm gonna put these equations there because you have the book that you're allowed to use in this school, and then if you learn to use it, maybe later on you'll have some use of it as well, hopefully. It's all the equations, sort of all, maybe not all, but mostly. The simple ones are there.
An exam, like, you don't get, because sometimes in the exercises, it gives the equation.
No, they are in the technical formulas. We should, on this course, we should also learn to use that book.
Yeah. That's all my one stuff.
Okay. So the exercise 5 was it? We put it next there, and this would be 2a, yeah. I have to write the equation passing through the points. So I have points 1, 3, and points 4, 10. And now I go to my lovely technical formulas. That gives me or I can do it another way as well, but why not to do it this way? But there are many options in my lovely technical formulas how to form this line, but I would use, for example, this. And more probably this is the page 28, like it's in the Finnish as well. So I have found it there and it must, but it doesn't, here it doesn't show any numbers for the equations. Well, it's there anyway. So I can just stick everything in, or I can also first calculate this. Maybe I would do it because I marked it the K. Do you remember?
Yeah,
In the other equation form, it's marked K, and in English, maybe it's never marked K, or I don't know. So I should maybe I first solve the K.
yeah,
So I put those, this would be, for example, my 0.1, and this would be my 0.2. Yeah, you can't really see it. Maybe you can still, okay. So my y2 is this 10 there, yeah, and my y1 is then the 3. And then my x 2 is the 4, and my x1 is the 1, yes? So then I get the k, which is 7 divided by 3. Ooh, that's a bit exotic k. And then I take this equation again. So I put there for example, the first point, because the numbers are smaller. So that would be my y1, the 3, but I could put the other point as well, obviously. Here is 7 under 3. And then I put here my x minus the x1, which was 1. Okay, and then I just calculated open. Let's put it like this still. 7 thirds x minus 7 thirds. And then again, I need to have the y alone here now. This is the solved form for the equation. I'm going for solve form that it's also shows you the solved form in the technical formulas, which would be y alone, and then minus, and so I had to add the 3, yeah? Are you following?
yeah.
Who thinks this is difficult now? No, it's not. Who thinks this is still quite simple? Okay, this really good. You are able to do this. So this would be my 2a. Now you already have then, when you done this. Okay, so I have minus 7 thirds, which would be 2 and 1 third, yeah? Plus 3. So I still have plus 2 thirds, if I calculated it correctly in my head. If you don't trust your heads, you always have your calculator with you. Yes? Okay. So here I have it. I don't have to, I can put it this another way, or it can just be like that. Good. And 2 points. Then I say that draw this. Okay. The next thing is to draw it. B, draw the line. And 2 points. Draw the line. So then I draw it. Let's take a this. the line. Let's make a big, what is this called? And you will, when you do the exam, you will have a paper like this there. You will answer on this paper, yes? So then you have these, you are able to draw the lines as well. You just have to draw your own, this kind of. What is this called?
The
Coordinate system. Or,
axis.
yeah, okay. 2/3. Well, okay, if I go, this I know it's always the y-intercept, yeah? Tell me if I calculated something wrong. Intercept. So then I draw it there, it's 2/3, so if this is 1, then it would be somewhere there. This is not like really accurate now, but what can you do? I'm doing my best. It would be so much nicer if it would be so, but anyhow, now if I move 3 with the x direction, because this was always the, like you see here, here is the change of x under the line and the change of y over the line, yes? So if I move 3 here, on the same time I move 7 upwards because it's 7 there. Okay, let's try to move 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but not quite. So it would be here. Yeah. This is not great to draw. And then if I want another, then I have to go like here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Until because if I draw it like this, well, maybe I'm lucky and it goes well, but it doesn't matter as long as you draw it and it wasn't. If it was something like this, it's there. It makes sense. And this is my line. So I know, then you can mark there that this was 7. This was 3. This was the draw the line. Let's put it there, like mark the K and the Y intercept with numbers. That makes sense, yeah? If I write it like this. Who thinks this is still simple? 2 points. How many points do we have now in total?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Now we passed.
So now we could just roll it.
Okay, what is the C then? So, or should this be still super easy if I put 3 points to both?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoy that one.
And then the next ones would be a bit more difficult.
What would be the
Because then, of course, have to go to some kind of written exercise or right triangle, maybe some easy right triangle, some force that you solve into, but then there would be two parts that would be more difficult. Okay, so three. And this would be also three. Next one would be a bit more difficult. So let's take the truck. The 14. Already, 3. So it would be the 14 and B. And then I have there a truck weighing. So the mass is, maybe here I have to put some equations as well. There's the friction coefficient. Determine the pulling force. Okay. So I would know that I have a truck on the inclined plane. And the incline is 4 degrees, okay? This was something that we did quite a lot. Yes, we sort of concentrated on this. So it would make sense to ask something like this in the exam. Yes, and then so here the A part would be that how do you formulate divide the force, divide the force G and Gx and Gy components and calculate them, for example. So I know that here is the force G. Which was the mg, yes? Here is the 4-degree incline. And now, if I want to calculate anything here, some kind of forces or whatever, I need to divide this force into 2 components. Who thinks this is horrible now? Who thinks this is simple? Simple.
Well,
Yes. Okay. So So here was the GY, and here would be the GX, yes. And this is all you need to do to get 2 points. So I of course know that the G is 9.81. You know this from the physics and from this course as well. Who knows this? Who doesn't know? Who never heard this? You can also find it from your technical formulas. That's your best friend. In the exam, otherwise it's the ChatGPT, of course. Where does it say here? It's thing. Yeah, when the physics starts, but you don't use this in the physics. Yeah, you do. It's a lot more like interesting the way Jaakko does it. But if you would do this kind of really, really basic physics, you would be really familiar with this book already. Is it the page 91 with you as well? So the physics starts with mechanics, and there you can find the G as well on the first page. It's with a bit more precise value, but you can use either this or the 9.81 like I use. I have rounded this value, yeah? Is it
Well, yeah,
is it 91 page?
yeah.
Yes, it's exactly the same page, but now I just have this in Finnish. If you can't find this in English, it's also in Finnish there. If you couldn't find it at all, I will bring some of these because I think we have some of these as well, extra copies of the technical formulas. Okay. So I know the 4-degree angle is also here. Okay, so then I can start writing. My hypotenuse was the GMG, which is the okay, maybe I won't write it here. Does it make it look? I'll just resolve it here, like, so it was the mass times G, the mass was 1,400 kilograms, and the G was the 81 meters squared. And they even use this in the technical school. They usually used to use this as 10 to make the calculations look more simple. But well, maybe we have to have that value. So now we get already a bit like big number here. And this is newtons. But you've been calculating in the physics the newtons already, haven't you? Have you?
Like here or
Yeah, here. Yeah.
I remember this.
You remember it from other school or me,
Yeah, it was-
but maybe from some other school as well where you went previously, yeah? Yeah, okay. Maybe I will do so that I will put the the part A is maybe on this kind of exercise, something really, really simple. And then the part B would be this, and the part C would be to calculate the whole thing through. But it's only 2 points, so you don't have to do it necessarily, you know.
Yeah.
You lose only 2 points if you didn't do it. Because now this starts to look, if you didn't even, this is not like self-evident for you already, that maybe this starts to look a bit like messy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so anyhow, here I know that if I write the sin 4 degrees, for example, that would be the, and this also is in the technical formulas book. I can find everything here. So now I go to the technical formulas. Where did I get this, for example? Well, I got it from here. It's on the page, page 12. Right angle triangle, and here I have the sin and the cosine. These are the only ones I need here. And here I can see that it's, for example, for the sin, if I didn't remember it from somewhere, like you don't have to, it's the opposite side of the angle divided by the longest side, you know, that's called the hypotenuse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So say like if I wrote it here, no sides, could I write opposite instead of A, if that makes sense?
If you write the, yeah, well, okay, if you have a very simple right angle triangle as the first one. So this is the B, something really simple as the A. So your A is simple right angled triangle. Solve something.
Yeah.
Solve something there. Your B is this. Here you have to use maybe the correct terms already. Okay. Okay, and here I was supposed to just solve the gx. Gx is the g times sin 4. I can easily solve it. And the same way the cosine 4 degrees is the gy divided by g, and gy would be g times cosine 4 degrees. Yes, I got this all from this. So I could just here then easily calculate, for example, or there, it doesn't matter. I already calculated my g, which was the 1, 3, 7, 4 newtons, and I just have to multiply it with sin 4. This was my gx. And then the gy here. Times cosine 4. And even if the car would be going downhill, it's still the same, yes. But then when you draw the forces there, then it affects the different way. You remember this, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you have something simple, like you did in the exercises that were in the quizzes, and that's 2 points, then you have this, and this is 2 points. Then I put the C, and then if you feel that you are busy or you didn't get it, just skip it. Calculate the whole thing through. That's only 2 points. Maybe you do what you want. So the C would be the whole calculation. Calculation of the F, yes. the F here. You have to know everything. And that's only 2 points. Whatever. Okay. So now we already have, I would say that we have, how many points do we have?
Oh, yeah, 14.
Because we did, what did we do on the last? Yeah. So we got 6 plus 6. Yeah, because this was 3, both we went through this. This was also simple. Good. And now we have, so at least now we have 16 points.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have this. Because, so either we have 16 points or 16 points here. And then the next ones would be, one would be a proportion or percentage. Well, maybe there would be a proportion and a percentage, or A and B, quite simple. And one would be this system of equations. So solve and draw 3 points, and then make equation and solve. So let's do it so that these the exercises get a bit more difficult by the end, you know? Okay, so the 4, what did I say? 4, A would be proportion, 3 points. B would be percentage. And these would be pretty simple still. And then the 5 would be solve system. Or should I do so that first you have to make the system of equations from something, then solve it, and then draw it. Or solve something simple, draw it, and then just make it and solve it.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Like to make one. Would that be like,
Yes.
would that be, you know, when you get the questions are like
And draw.
someone is older than another person? No, someone is older than their brother, but they're 3 times their sister's age or something.
Yeah, most probably, but I'm not gonna do anything that, like, you know, nothing like where you really have to think, nothing mathematical puzzles, because we are not to learn anything like that here in this school. Just something that you can, like these ones, where you can easily write the equation.
Yeah.
So it's not something that to test your brain, but just basically test your skill to write an equation.
Yeah.
And the B would be one like those. Right. System of equations. Solve it. Okay, and these are both 3 points. Does this sound like a good exam to you?
Yeah, I feel strangely confident about it.
Yes. Okay, so then it looks like which exercises you should actually train here, or is it just maybe these? Well, these, okay, most probably these would be something written but quite simple. Something that you did in the quizzes, some percentage calculation like that. Sum is raised by 6 and the later increased or decreased. How do you say? What was the original price or something a bit like this 21 here?
Yeah.
For example, this is something that you did in the quizzes many times, didn't you? So everybody's trained this kind of a thing. Proportion. Or then, for example, these fertilizers. This was pretty easy as well, wasn't it? This is also one option. Well, something with the map, for example. The first one could be something with the scale, because the scale might be something that's useful for you to know. What does the scale mean in a drawing? Okay. So let's put here. Proportion would be scale. Some kind of scale, I need to know that. And percentage would be something simple anyway. So you should, those ones, and then basically that inclined plane thing. I think we have went through pretty well the whole thing with these, haven't we? Nothing's really left out. Okay, good. Do you have something to say about, do you think this is okay to have the exam this way? Now everybody knows how the exam will be. If you don't, ask. And you know what you should practice, or if you need to practice. Okay, somebody has asked something here. I didn't realize. I will also scan the papers that I didn't, some of the solutions that aren't there before now. Hopefully today. And this, what we agreed about the exam. I will scan it there. Do you still want to ask something?
I feel okay, like, I feel like I got with it.
Yeah, because of the fiction, no, and then I have problem, all right? No, it's not, when I can, having came. You, yeah, we found out.
I remember doing this, you know, you got a question, sex. I remember doing, asking the same thing, and last thing.
This one,
I remember asking, but I think.
rectangle area reduced. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's this, like the system of, form the system of equations and solve it. Let's look that, and this is something that we already did. Yes, well, all of these are something that we already did. Anyhow, so. The six of the systems and field has an area, its length and width, yes. So we had a rectangular field. First, it was maybe bigger, and then it got whatever, smaller. And this was 1,200 square meters. And then something happened to it and it got less. Well, if we mark this, we can mark it width and length, or we can mark it X and Y, whatever. So this would be then Y and this would be X, for example. But then I have to know which one, but it doesn't matter which one anyway, because it can be, okay. So I have X times Y is 1,200, yes, that's my first equation, yes. And then something happened to it, so length is reduced by 10 and width is increased. This would be, so I get Y plus 5, was it? So this is a bit longer now. And then X was minus 10, wasn't it? Yes. So it's a bit different shape now. A different shape, and it's 1,150. Wasn't it like this? So now I have to put here Y plus 5 times X minus 10. And this is 150. And then I have the system of equations there. And then I just have to know how to solve it. Now it looks a little bit messy because or then I can just, okay, I'll write it again. So it's Y times X is 1,200, but now I have to So how to multiply these, how to remove the brackets, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Which?
Probably X, Y.
Yeah, xy or yx, whatever. And then minus 10y, yeah? Minus 10y and 5x. Like yx minus 10y, 5x, and minus 50. Yeah, this is something that we didn't really practice that much. So you sort of have to know how to calculate this open.
Yeah.
Okay, and then again here you have yx. I'll still go once more. This 100, and the other one would be yx minus 10y. Here you can't do anything with these terms. 10y, 5x, and this one went to the other side. So then you get again this, yes. And then you just, from here you should solve either, yes. So I should solve here the y. For example, y is that divided by x. And then I would just put it there. So now I solve from this equation. And then I have to put it to this equation, yes? The y. The y, that is this. So I put the divided by x times x minus 10y plus 5 x y. I have to put the y there again. Yeah. So the y was the 10 times 1000 divided by x plus 5x is this. Okay, and then -10 y x. I have to take these out, yes.
Oh, you can do that.
Minus 10 times. Oh, well, I'll calculate that there as well. This doesn't look. One zero more. Divided by x plus 5x. This doesn't look good now, does it? What?
Getting confused. Well, could you do, you can do the thing. Or the 1200 divided by 1 is the same.
Yeah, because these ones cancel out. Because now I get something like divided by x plus 5x is 0. So now I'm solving something like this already. I'm not gonna put anything like this where you have to do this kind of things there. Because we didn't really go this kind of things through yet. Now this starts to look really messy already. Maybe there would be some simpler, more simple way of solving this, but I don't know, not really. So if I put something there, it will be that other one would only increase or decrease, yeah. So you don't get anything like, you don't get into this kind of things. Because now we have to start like, then we multiply with x, okay, and then we solve it, but then we have some conditions here. Maybe we can do this exercise later then when we get into this part. Go through how it was done like properly. This, if there's something like this, you know how to form the equation, but there won't be, the other one both won't change, maybe, for example. Yeah,
We do the example.
on a paper, yes. So exactly like this, like. So just try to calculate these exercises by hand. And then you just calculate it there. Be prepared anyway, because you have the 2 hours to do it if you want to do them all. Maybe that takes a while, or maybe that doesn't. It depends how quickly you do things. Okay. So see you on Friday in the exam.